St. Louis Aces Tennis is brought to you by Continental Cablevision.
Welcome to the Doubletree Hotel in Chesterfield, Missouri. World Team Tennis. Hello again, everybody. I'm Frank Cusimano. With me, my partner, Furman Percelli. Tonight, the St. Louis Aces against the Kansas City Explorers, a team that has struggled all season long.
Oh, well, you know, they can't get much worse. 0-7, I got a chance to talk to the coach and some of the players. They're trying, but, you know, the Jensen brothers, they're playing tennis, but they're also having fun, and I think the team's not really trying the way they should be.
Meanwhile, the St. Louis Aces have been moving slowly but surely up the standings, and let's check out the division records right now. You see St. Louis at 3-3, Furman.
Well, it's already better than last year, Frank. They only won 2 matches last year, and we're going to get into the win column and get above 500 with a win tonight. I'm predicting a win tonight.
All right, he's out on the line. Idaho at 5-1, Sacramento, St. Louis, Wichita, and Kansas City. And in the Eastern Division,
well, wait till you see this, Frank. New Jersey, 7-0. Martina, you know, they said she couldn't play, and she's playing like she's 20 years old. 7-0 there. New York, 4-2. And right on down the line, Charlotte, Atlanta, and Florida.
The St. Louis Aces have a completely new roster from last year's team, and let's check out some of the new players. We can introduce you to some of the fine players for the Aces. And I guess it has to start at the top with Brian Shelton from Atlanta, Georgia.
He's the cog here, Brian Shelton. It was our first season, and he's 88 in the world and the top-ranked male in team tennis. Next will be Robin White, and by the way, she's going to be playing singles tonight. Pam Shriver's not with us. Jonathan Cantor will start out in men's doubles. Rick's got the schedule a little change tonight. We're going to start out with men's doubles tonight and go into men's singles.
Kansas City certainly is led by the most famous players in world team tennis in the Jensen brothers. There you see Luke Jensen and Murphy Jensen.
There you go. They just won a tournament. That was their first tournament since 1993 at the French Open. I talked to Luke, and they're trying. They want to play. They want to have a little fun, too, though. So they're the team to watch, the player to watch, the players to watch. Their team consists of Rebecca Jensen. That's Rachel Jensen's sister and sister to the Jensen brothers. And Julie Richardson is playing in place of Sean Stafford.
And I guess the key player for the Aces, and he has been all season, is Brian Shelton, certainly the top-ranked men's singles player in world team tennis. Why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about Brian's season?
I got a chance to talk to Brian today. He's doing a tremendous job. There he is warming up. He's ready to go. He was a little tired last night, Frank. He said he played 2 hours in practice, and he left a little bit on the practice field. Well, we talked about how he was not really the Brian Shelton that I know. But he's ready to go tonight, folks. He said he didn't really practice a whole lot. He took the whole day off, and he's ready to go in men's doubles when we start.
On the other side of the court, we touched on them earlier, the Jensen brothers. And we all know about their act. They'll come in here shortly on the Harley-Davidson. But what kind of players are they?
Well, they're I got a chance to interview them, and they're doggone big guys. They're nice guys. They're strong. You can see they're fit. And I think Luke is ranked about 300 in the world in singles and about 60 in doubles. So they can play. They're a good team.
Now, this is a little bit different game than you're accustomed to seeing at the French Open or at Wimbledon. There's some different rules in world team tennis. And Furman, why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about that?
Here we go. Folks, as you know, scoring is cumulative. Every game counts. Deuce is receiver's choice. No ad scoring. It gets to 40 all, and that's the next point is game point. And the big change this year, Frank, is let's do play let's. So in other words, if there's a let on a net cord and it bounces in the court, it's playable.
All right, the opening set is just a couple of minutes away. We'll take a short break, and we'll be right back after this.
Tournaments have more points because they're harder to win. And you win a tournament one year, Frank, and you lose the first round the next year, you've lost all your points. So you got to start all over again. Yeah, he left a little too soon.
40-15.
Luke saw it. Here we go. Not a bad serve, but you can't. You just left a little, just too much area open, as we talked about before.
40-15. Right on the line by Kent.
Beautiful. There we go.
Game St. Louis.
Okay,
Kansas City leads
So make it 5-4.
let's set it here now. Nice, solid overhead. Beautiful form. There's always a constant chatter between Murphy and Luke. Just not sure what they're talking about. That's long.
15 love.